Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast in Game 1 in a series between the Little One versus Underdark here on Daybreak. Protoss versus Zerg in what I believe to be a best of 3 series. We'll see what's going to be going down in the series as Underdark has spawned as the red Protoss at what I will call the 1 o'clock position. Meanwhile, Team Liquid's the Little One spawning as the blue Zerg. Now, Zerg versus Protoss, very much well cast on this particular channel. I don't know why I seem to get so many PvZs as opposed to some Terran matchups or even Terran mirror matches, but then again, we'll see how this all goes. Apparently, Underdark doesn't like it when streamers are streaming the game without a delay. I know as a streamer, sometimes it is a little bit more difficult to... Oh, wow. Wow. TLO and Underdark doing some smash talking already. And this is one thing I gotta say. If you're a professional StarCraft 2 player, I know that stream cheating has become a bit of an issue. Now, the reason why stream cheating is a bit of an issue is because you obviously get an inherent advantage over your opponent. But then again, whenever you are trying to practice for a real tournament, you need to play under under similar circumstances. Otherwise, you're just gonna fall flat and people start to wonder what's going on. I know a number of players out there who played extremely well from home, never lost a game while playing from home, but then they go onto an online tournament and lose in 3 straight games and get kicked out of the open bracket. So a lot of players are just curious as to whether or not it is legitimate, and then whenever you have a situation like that, you want to make sure that you are beyond reproach, that there's absolutely no chance whatsoever your name is on the line. And as I believe StarCraft 2 and esports does become a much more reputable entertainment value, if you are caught cheating in any way, you may just get banned from major tournaments. Blizzard, or actually I don't know if Blizzard will step in to stop, but yeah, there just could be a lot of things that could happen, and you may just put your career on hold or your aspirations on hold if you really enjoy doing this. But let's go ahead and talk about what TLO is doing. TLO did open up with a hatchery first, followed by a spawning pool. Meanwhile, we look as though we are going into not a forge fast expansion. Instead, it is a gateway expand. So we may actually see a cybernetics core followed by that mothership core. Mothership core is a very, very strong opening as of late. The reason behind that is because it adds that defensive cannon at the natural expansion, which allows a lot of Protoss players to defend off any sort of early Zergling harassment. All right. Alright, so apparently TLO and Underdark still going at it, talking about whether or not stream cheating is part of StarCraft 2. I believe really, really strong players do stream cheat, but then again, or sorry, not really, really weak players do stream cheat, perhaps in the low Masters level, but after that, once you get into high Masters and GM, at some point, people realize, you know what, stream cheating is not good for me at all. It's not going to help my play. I may win a couple of games in the short run, but it's not going to help me in the long run. All right, let's see what's happening here. You can see TLO Queens are down on the field, now harvesting some gas. Still does not have that metabolic boost started just quite yet, so TLO may be looking to take up a third. I am surprised that TLO hasn't taken up his third base just quite yet, but TLO does have a drone here, which may get taken down. The drone still dancing around back and forth, and oh, is it going to try to pull that Zealot away? It looks like it will, as the Zealot now... Oh, that was a little bit of distortion there. The Zealot and the Stalker trying to poke apart this extractor. All right, are we going to see perhaps a cancellation on that extractor? No, you don't. So both the 25 minerals and the drone are permanently lost. Meanwhile, this Overlord off over here now trying to fly back. We are going to be taking a look. Mothership Core, Stalker, Zealot. A very, very strong move here as the Queen is now trying to make its way. And that Mothership Core does move relatively slowly, but not as slow as a Queen. So that queen, until it can lay down those creep tumors and get underneath that mothership core, is not going to really be able to push it back. Meanwhile, Underdark can move around the map and force TLO to train up a lot more Zerglings. You can see 18 Zerglings on the field. Normally, you would see an economic advantage come in, as the Zerglings may actually catch some of these units here. Underdark not paying attention and may end up losing a lot of units here. Okay, Zealots. There is a wall of Zealots. The Zerglings trying to do a surround. There is a beautiful time warp. And a beautiful time warp indeed to focus down a couple more Zerglings and also save those Zealots. If you didn't know, time warp does not affect your own units. And because of that, the Zealots can move freely while the Zerglings were forced to try and move very slowly and get a surround on those units here. You can see the mothership core now going after the hatchery. Down over here, this Poxy pylon will get taken down, but there is another pylon in the back. Has it been spotted by TLO? No, it hasn't. And Underdark is just playing very, very aggressively here, as we now see the third base being taken by TLO. TLO trying to get this base up. More Zealots now reinforcing, and I believe TLO is going to suspect something is wrong here in just a moment, as the Zealots are backing themselves into a very, very good location here, making sure that they can't get surrounded. More Zealots now reinforcing, and the Zerglings and the Zealots are just battling it out. The Zerglings without metabolic, or with metabolic boost, going through that time warp, not altogether that strong, as Underdark has a very, very strong force here still. Zerglings now trying to make their way in. A couple of Zealots did get taken out here. More Zerglings could be coming in here in just a moment, but there are a lot more Zealots, as Underdark should perhaps be pulling away with the lower hit point Zealots. TLO forced to cancel his hatchery once more, as the Zerglings trying to get in the surround. Alright, are the Zerglings perhaps going to find that second proxy pylon? TLO not finding that earlier, and that was the issue. He knows that something's wrong, and there you go, finally sees that there are Zealots there, and the Zealots are already ready to fight this off. Zerglings now looking to back away, as we now see another hatchery trying to get stopped before it gets started. Here we go again. Are we going to have enough energy for a time warp? I don't believe so. TLO is extremely behind right now, sitting at 72 supply compared to 70, and the harvester count is 50 probes to 41 drones, all just because TLO was forced to train up a whole bunch of Zerglings. Alright, the Zerglings are now backing away. You can see double expansion now coming in from TLO, as TLO wants to get one of these two bases up and running. Income is actually higher for the Protoss, and that is exactly what Underdark wants to see. If he can actually snipe down this hatchery once more, that will be a huge play. Perhaps another time warp could be coming in, as the Hydralisks, Hydralisks are going to, yes, Hydralisks do snipe down that mothership core, and transfusions now coming in. Is the hatchery going to fall? It doesn't look like it, and it is saved. Meanwhile, a Nidus worm now coming in out the front door, and I believe Underdark does know about this. He needs to get his units over there and in a hurry. And here you go, that Void Ray with that prismatic alignment should be able to take it down. Yes, take it down in just a second. The Queen now absorbing a bit of damage, as that one Queen will get pulled away there. Beautifully played, beautifully done, as a new Nidus Worm coming in from TLO. TLO making the map extremely small all of a sudden by using the Nidus Worm. That Nidus network very, very effective at getting units from one side of the map to the other. Army composition, let's take a look. Army supply is actually higher for Underdark, and no, sorry, worker supply higher for Underdark, army supply higher for TLO, as the Colossi now trying to back away. Is it going to be enough? Oh, the Zerglings, may they be able to get underneath that Colossus? And yes, it will. A huge, huge snipe there, as Underdark now in trouble. Hydralisks now pushing forward. Is the Void Ray going to get shot down, as the Cybernetics Core may get taken down? That is going to shut things down very quickly. No more sentries, no more stalkers, as the Zerglings now just push their way through. Okay, the robotics facility, is it going to be enough to get the robotics facility as well? Yes, no more Colossi, only Void Rays and Zealots essentially, and this is the exact situation that TLO wants to be in. He can handle the Zealots, he can handle the Void Rays, only with a handful of Hydralisks, as the Hydralisks have such good range and deal such high burst damage. We are seeing another Void Ray come in. Those Void Rays are not going to be able to stop this army, as we now see even more Hydralisks on the field. We're getting creep tumors off over here as well. And this has just been a back and forth game. It really felt like Underdark was taking the game, but all of a sudden TLO comes back even stronger, takes down two key tech buildings, One gateway now down, or two of those gateways now down, as we see multiple changelings, and they're going to be blocking the ramp. That is a huge play. No more reinforcements coming in from the ramp there. If there is anything that cannot be warped in, as you now see the Void Rays are backing off. The Hydralisk now looking to focus down another warp gate. There it goes. A Hydralisk does get taken down, and are we going to see any more attacks? Void Rays finishing off all of those Hydralisks as the Stalkers now pulling away here. All right, Changelings getting taken down as the Hydralisks are able to pick off a couple more units there. All right, double robotics facility now coming in. Another Void Ray coming in once more. Harvester count is now 78 drones to 47 probes. Beautifully done by TLO, as TLO has somehow able to keep up with his macro while defending what would have been a very devastating attack to most Zerg players. All right, there you go. Oh, picking off that one particular sentry, going after those high valuable targets that are lower on hit points. You can see that the Hydralisks are fighting on creep and how fast they move. As fast as a stimmed Marine, able to pull back again as the Stalkers now looking to come in, but you got to be careful. There is that Nidus worm, and you could see a whole bunch of units pop out in just a moment. Now, Underdark is sitting on 49 probes, now double training, or was double training, Colossi. There they are on the field. 2 Colossi. Were they spotted? I'm not 100% sure, as the Hydras now look to back away once more. Void Rays do have a bit of kills on them. Colossi now the only real chance at stopping this, as you do see one Overlord trying to get away. Will it be able to fly away in time? I don't believe so. But what is this? A Mutalisk now flying into the main base. A beautiful tech switch by TLO, and the Mutalisks are just destroying all the probes here. Harvester count, army, or what, 37, and there is the GG. Beautifully played by TLO, and that was just textbook Zerg. TLO able to defend his 3rd and 4th base, had a very good balance, trained the extra Zerglings when he needed them, and then all of a sudden 1 or 2 rounds of drones later took the economic advantage and was able to simply overrun Underdark, taking a 1-0 lead in this series. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, hope you guys enjoyed Game 1.